Hello everyone, it is Jazz here, and today I am doing yet another music collection video. I have been going through my CD collection in groups of 10, so I'm going to continue that today and go through albums 21 through 30. I've decided to create a playlist for all my music collection type videos. So if you want to see more videos about my music collection, such as my vinyl collection and my digital and CD collection videos that I have already made, I will leave the link to that playlist in the description, and then you can check them all out. So without further ado, let's go on with me talking about albums 21 through 30 of my CD collection. Starting off at number 21, I have the Oh Brother, Where Art Thou soundtrack. This is, of course, the soundtrack for the film Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And I really love the film, and I also truly love the soundtrack to the movie. It has a really cool bluegrass feel in terms of the songs that they picked for the film or that were created for the film, which is awesome. It also features my girl, Alison Krauss. You know I love me some Alison Krauss, so she is one of the artists on here, as well as a bunch of really awesome country / bluegrass type artists, and it just makes me super happy to listen to it and just get that cool vibe. Next we have Born by Bond. Bond is a string quartet formed of 4 fabulous ladies who play violin, viola, and cello. They have a classical feel, obviously, because of the instruments they play, but they also highly mix up the genre by kind of infusing synth pop into their sound, and thus it's got this really cool sound landscape when you listen to their music. It is, of course, instrumental music, so you definitely can use it for reading or just really great background music for whatever you need, especially if you want something that's still upbeat or has a lot of interesting sounds to listen to, but you don't want to have too much distraction with words. And also, if you're like me and you're a dance teacher, this is good choreography type class music for something innovative and different. Number 23 and 24 are volumes 1 and 2 of the Moulin Rouge soundtrack. Of course, the soundtracks for that fabulous movie musical. Last CD collection video, I established that I am a huge fan of Baz Luhrmann's films, so I really love the soundtracks to his movies, and this one is especially fun, right, because it was a musical that was created of a lot of different cover songs done in different renditions, with the exception of the song Come What May, which was written specifically for the movie. Now, if you are a very big fan of Moulin Rouge, you are probably going to want to get both Volume 1 and 2 of the soundtrack, just because there are songs on Volume 2 that aren't on Volume 1 that you might want to listen to if you want the full soundscape of the whole entire musical. You definitely want to have both if you want to hear everything, or like some original versions or all the remixes and things like that. You want to have all the sounds at your disposals. Overall, I just really enjoy both of these. It's a great way to relive my teenageness, because this movie was super my jam. I mean, it's still my jam, but it was super my jam in the teen years. On to 25, which is the soundtrack for the movie Labyrinth, the Jim Henson film. This is a nice reminiscing sort of album, because it was my first introduction to David Bowie. I think it was probably a lot of children's introduction to David Bowie, and I really do highly enjoy the film, even though it's super weird, but I don't care. I really like the film, and I also really love the soundtrack. Funny story though behind this is I used to really love using the song As the World Falls Down for a dance class, a modern jazz dance class that I taught for a specific exercise, and my student that I had did not like the song, and I was like, what's wrong with you? It's Labyrinth, it's David Bowie, it's As the World Falls Down. Come on, love the As the the world falls down with me. And she's like, no. I was like, okay. And because, you know, I love a best of album, and I'm already on a David Bowie roll here because he was also on the Moulin Rouge soundtrack. So I might as well just stick with the roll. I'm going to show you all the Best of Bowie album, which was my second exposure to David Bowie and actually his non-Labyrinth related songs. I've just gotta love 20 awesome tunes by David Bowie. So if you are wanting to try out some David Bowie and see what his music was like, this is the way to go. Number 27 is Absolution by one of my favorite bands, Muse. I love Muse so much. I've never seen them live and it literally kills me inside. However, I did see them on Guitar Center and their talent like just blows my flipping mind. Like, you know that it's awesome when you listen to it, but when you watch them actually play, you're like, oh, they are brilliant. What is happening? I don't know why the only CD of theirs that I own is Absolution, because I pretty much love everything they've ever done. I think it's because I discovered streaming and thus I only ended up buying one album by Muse, but oh, it's so good. Next, we have Garbage's self-titled album, which I believe was their first album. Yes, I believe I am correct. And this one is probably most well known for the song I'm Only Happy When It Rains, but all these songs are really good. I think my favorite album of theirs is version 2.0, but I think this one is probably my second favorite, so it is still really super great. I actually listened to a bit of it today and I was like, wow, the musicianship is just so flippin' cool and good. So I really enjoy Garbage, and I really enjoy Shirley Manson as the front singer. However, whenever I think of this band, I often think of when I saw them at this music festival. It had like a lot of popular people. I saw Garbage and No Doubt and a whole bunch of other people there. But when Garbage was playing, some extremely rude, I'm assuming drunk people started throwing things like glass bottles and stuff at the band, and like Shirley went off on those people, and rightfully so, because dangerous and why and rude. And so a lot of times when I think of Garbage, I think of that really interesting experience. But as a band playing, they were flipping awesome, and it made me as a teenager want to listen to them even more. Number 29 is the soundtrack for the film Dancer in the Dark. So Dancer in the Dark was a film that featured the music artist Bjork. That is about a woman who is losing her sight. Her son is also losing his sight through the same condition that she has, and she's trying to make money to pay for his operation so he can at least see and cure his eyes. And her life in general is a struggle, so the way she kind of escapes is through music and seeing her life as sort of a musical. So different kind of sounds will actually create a song in her head in the movie. But the movie is heart-wrenching. So if you're gonna watch a movie, like, definitely bring some tissue and pick the right mood to watch it. Despite, though, how sad the film is, the soundtrack is truly awesome. Obviously, because the film features Bjork, she wrote original songs for the soundtrack. This soundtrack contains only 7 songs, but they are like the most awesome 7 songs like ever. And it's so cool the way you really hear, like I said, that thing where like she'll hear a train track going and then that will suddenly become a song, or like footsteps will suddenly become the beat for a song. It's just a really cool, beautiful collection of music. I particularly love the song I Have Seen It All. Like, I love that song so very much. So if you check out one song only from the Dancer in the Dark soundtrack, check out that one. It's so good. And lastly, number 30 is The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. I guess I decided to pick this one for last today because it features the song Famous Last Words. I believe that this is probably the most well-known, most popular My Chemical Romance album. I have enjoyed all of their albums, but this is the one that I actually have in CD because I believe me and Mom wanted to be able to listen to it in our car back when it came out. Excellent conceptual type of album, which I think is great. I love when an album sort of follows an idea and a concept. It features a lot of my Chemical Romance song favorites, so it definitely wins a lot of points for that. And plus the art just on the CD, as well as the actual album cover, which I think I do have somewhere, is just really cool looking as well. So it's just visually interesting, which is extra super awesome. So those were albums 21 through 30 of my CD collection. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my thoughts and little stories about these CDs, and I will see you all on Thursday. Thank you for watching. Bye!